Hey everybody, this is Eddie from Talking Shit. Just want to thank you guys for listening in today. We got an amazing episode with our guest, an old friend of mine. You might know him as Ashy Larry, but his name is Donnell Rollins.
Yo, hey, yo.
That is him.
That's what white people expect black people to do once we grab a mic.
We don't expect it. We know
Hey,
it.
he's like, I know he's going to be a rap artist. He's going to do a beatbox. So I just had to make you feel comfortable, son.
All right. Well, we haven't even started the show, and that is Donnell. But Jim is here.
I'm back. I can talk again.
And he can talk again.
I'm in Washington, D.C. Those shows are already sold out. February 17th, 19th, I'm at the Palisades Verity Live West.
Verity Live.
What is that?
Levity.
What is that?
That's a word.
And I'm in fucking bananas in New Jersey because I cancelled on them. My life sucks.
And you can see me February 21st to March 11th. I'll be at the Fringe Festival, Adelaide, Australia. Seattle, February 8th to 12th. I'll be at the Comedy Underground. Donnell, put a plug in.
The DC Improv, February the 23rd through 26th.
Make sure you go to our website, which is jimandeddietalkshit.com. You can listen to the show there. You can go to our YouTube page. You can go to our Facebook page. You can donate, and it's not so much of a donation as you're getting packages. And Ray Roy officially has sent out all the fucking packages. If you donated, you will receive it. It is in the mail. Right, Ray?
That is correct.
Okay, fucking finally. God damn it.
I don't think we should do the packages. It seems like a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. We give people shit. They get CDs, DVDs, T-shirts. But you know what?
I think they get more than what the donation is.
It is. They do.
I don't see a gift here. What is it?
You don't get a gift.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
This is all
You don't want to.
This
you
is
don't,
all going to be
you
about
don't-
race. Eddie, you know we're going to make this is going to be all race-based.
No,
You
this
don't-
show, we don't see colors.
Oh.
Only black
No,
and white.
no. What he's meant to say is I don't see
don't see
colours.
We don't see them. We just hear them.
I just said that.
That's why we live in this neighborhood, not to see them.
Let's start.
I noticed that when I was driving up here too, man. This is a very white-friendly neighborhood.
Yeah, so
And I knew I was out of my league when I saw guys walking around with surfboards.
will you
what am I
stop
doing
stealing the show? We're starting. Oh, I didn't mean stealing.
I'm sorry. Yes, you did. Save that for your Puerto Rican guests, right? I'll fuck your show.
Is that what the Puerto Ricans are known for?
Can we start the fucking show?
It is. It just started. We'll just work in. People will understand.
Two douchebags on a couch. One's an asshole, one's a grouch. And relentless, all their mouths. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit.
Hey everybody, welcome to Talking Shit. I'm Eddie. I'm on the couch with the other douchebag. Jason is not here because Jason has quit the show. I think he has. I'm not sure. We don't know. He apparently Eva has taken off.
His hair product's taken off.
Yeah, his hair product is taken off.
Is that the actual report that we've heard from Jason that he's selling hair products now?
What I heard, what he told my girlfriend was he's working with Raul. He's selling hair products. He's also working with Lindsay. Lindsay quit, and she's his boss now, and they moved boxes or something for some guy that makes protein.
It's a job.
Yep.
It's more than we were paying him.
So that's it. Say goodbye, Jason. And he.
I think he'll be back. I wouldn't worry.
No, he's very mad at me.
I know he's mad at you, but it doesn't mean he won't be back.
He's mad at me because I kicked him out of the house.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean he won't be back.
We let this guy live on our couch for 6 months.
You can stay mad at someone for months and months and months, and eventually most people will come around. We're not women. You know what I mean?
That is a good point. Hey, Jesse. Jesse just showed up. All right, wearing his Raiders jersey because they did really well this year.
I've just been gigging in fucking Denver, and if I hear the word Tebow again, I'll punch someone in the face. I don't know. I don't follow American football. I don't get it. I understand he's a religious lad who's a reasonably good quarterback, and they had some games that were like phenomenal where he won it in the last second and all that. But the people in Denver at the moment will literally yell out Tebow halfway through a show.
But he lost, and he sucks, and he's not even going to start next year.
They'd yell out Tebow, and this is like the week after they lost. It's like being in like 1947 and yelling out Hitler and pumping your fist up and going, I still think we've got a chance.
Speaking of Tebow, the opposite of white is here. We have
Tebow sounds like a black name as well, though.
it does sound black.
Your dog is drinking my fucking beer, man.
Yeah. She spent a lot of time with Jason.
Hello.
So anyway, we have our guest tonight, Donnell Rawlings, one of my good friends. I've known you for fucking like 15 years now,
Yeah,
it
it's
seems
been
like.
15 years, yeah.
Donnell, very, very, very funny comedian, also actor. You might know him as Ashy Larry on The Chappelle Show. You've done a whole bunch of other shit too, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've been on everything.
I've done a girl named Tanisha, I've done a girl named Tanya, and I've done Wanda.
That's not true.
I've
Because
done
every
all
time
the
I
chicks
see,
on the DMX
do you have a girl?
song.
Do you have a girlfriend now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so we won't talk about that.
And I love you, honey.
Is she a big fan of ours? Why do you have to say that?
What? You know, you just got to make sure. I get in so much trouble, man. Like, I haven't really acknowledged our relationship on Facebook, so she don't know how serious I am.
I don't acknowledge
I haven't-
anything on Facebook. Take it all down, like just like your actual status, and then they can't get into you.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't think Facebook's give the right options. It's like kind of complicated single. They need something like, I'm fuck you this weekend, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And see how many likes you get for that shit, right?
What I do is I
fucked you 39 seconds ago.
I stay constantly in a relationship on Facebook, even when I'm not in a relationship, so that when I do meet girls, I can go, oh, I have that so that fans won't hit on me because it gets so tiresome,
Right.
blah, 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 blah. And then when I do have a girlfriend, I can still fuck other chicks because I do that so that fans don't hit on me. It gets
That's smart.
Because if you're in more, it doesn't say I'm in a relationships. It just says
No,
I'm in
it's
a
a
relationship.
And Twitter is worse, man. My girl got mad at me. She doesn't get mad at the person. She gets mad at the screen name. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, who the fuck is I am her 83, right? I'm like, I don't even. So I had to
No,
think
that's
like
a good age, though.
Look, I just think like
83.
a man. Right? I had to think quick, right? I was like, fuck, I look like fucking somebody with 5 followers. You know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect me like that. At least have 500 followers. That bitch is nobody.
I heard of a comic. I'm not going to say his name, but we all know him very well. Who his girlfriend
Dan
or
Cook.
wife? No, his wife. I
Oh,
think
I
it
just wanna
was.
yell her name.
Made fake MySpace profiles,
Oh, I've had that done to me.
and then started writing to him.
Yeah.
He fell for it. And was writing back, and she was like, "Gotcha."
That's fun. I think if you gotta go through that much shit, man, you shouldn't even be in a relationship.
Yeah, no, I had that done to me years and years ago, and MySpace sort of just took off. A girl said, you're coming to my town or something like that. And then I went, oh, we should.
Nobody even
Of
uses
course you did.
I was already having an affair before I fucking got there. Or fucking-
MySpace is like now. MySpace is like
It's like Detroit.
No, yeah, it is. It used to be. It's still building. It used to be a good neighborhood and shit. Then too many black people moved in, and the white people was like, "Fuck that, man! Too many niggers. We're going to Facebook."
And now it's just liquor stores and
But
check cashing
Facebook is
places.
Facebook is
And
next.
just indie bands just rocking around.
I like what you first said, ligger.
liquor stores.
Is that a Latino nigger? What is that? A ligger?
Facebook is going to be the this is going to be the new MySpace. Anytime it used
Well,
to be.
there's Google Plus has just come out.
Yeah,
No, it
it's-
hasn't just come out. That's been around for a
Oh,
while.
I thought that was the new popular one that
No,
was about to
it's
take
been-
off.
You know the social site is about to be screwed up once the profile pictures of chicks showing their ass first. You know what I'm saying? Like MySpace was cool, but once girls started like, look, when a guy took the picture, they show their ass to hide their stomach. Whenever you get those ghetto profile pictures, that's when the social site is done. So Facebook is probably like
Oh, I know.
about 20 stank holes away from turning into the new MySpace.
They tinker with Facebook as well too much. I don't know the new page where you got like a big picture,
The cover shit.
and then it goes down like the
The timeline.
timeline.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck's going on with that page. I can't work it. So
I'm fucking so confused with Facebook. I really can't run it. I get confused, and then I call Farside over there, and he tries to fix it for me.
He looks like he can fix anything.
Speaking of
Except for his diabetes.
Cut that foot off, motherfucker.
Speaking of Farside, one of his friends twittered me the other day
I'm hungry.
and goes, "Hey Eddie, you need to see this. Be afraid." And so I watched this video, and I'm like, I start watching. I'm like, is that fucking Farside? And he didn't have his glasses on. And you know how he's like,
He looks
Superman,
weird
Clark
without
Kent?
his glasses on.
So he does. Take your
Superman
glasses off.
turns into
Take your
Superman.
glasses off.
See, he's a different human being without his glasses on.
That's a bit Downey. Put him back on.
a bit Downey.
Yeah, you look like you choke bitches until they. You know what is that white shit that y'all do, man? When you
Make love.
no,
Pay
Pay our
rent.
bills.
yeah, make love. You can have make love, black guys fuck.
Get credit.
Good luck with the make love.
Earn
part.
possessions.
No, the shit when you choke the.
Know
chick-
our dads.
Take our kids to school.
So So this was a setup, right? Yo,
Don't hit our
my
girlfriend.
boys out in the car. I was just waiting to see how this
Smell
shit was
nice.
gonna start.
Donnell's just fucking shot.
I'm just trying to think, son.
goes-
There's a lot of
he
y'all
goes-
motherfuckers in here, so I'm just trying to
Wear appropriate clothing.
He goes, my boys are in the car. I've been waiting for this.
Yo, Tyrone, come on in this motherfucker, man.
Do you remember when you did? I remember you were in a short film that a friend of ours, Doug McGinnis, made. Where this is the funniest fucking film I've ever seen. Donnell was
Nights of the Heights.
Nights of the Heights. They brought down Donnell onto this softball team. It was like beer league softball.
Sure.
They bring Donnell on as the ringer. And he's fucking like, you see him in the games hitting home runs. They're all high fiving him.
Right.
At the end of the season, they tell him that they're a Ku Klux Klan team and that they're going to lynch him.
That was a funny. We did it like 7-8 years ago.
That was a funny documentary.
I fucking ruptured my Achilles doing that shit.
Oh, you did? Brody was in that.
Yeah, with no fucking, they didn't tell me they didn't have insurance on the set until I fucking popped my shit.
You really did, Puppy?
Yeah, we were like, it was out in the cold. I hadn't really stretched too much. So we kept doing this one shot and it worked well and we were done with it. We're finished with it, was wrapped. And the director's like, yeah, we got a little bit more film. Let's do it one more time. And that's when I popped my shit.
Was this a short film or a regular film?
It was a short film.
Funny, Nights
It
of the
seems
Heights.
like quite a big story to get out in a
It
short
was good.
film.
It was good. It was
Yeah.
about 10 minutes though.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah.
It was funny.
And at the end, he's going, but we're friends, you know.
Yeah, I had to save him from kicking my fucking ass and shit, man.
And then one of the guy the twist at the end is one of the guys gay.
Yeah,
and he comes out. He's like, they all finally go, oh, we can accept you. You're black. I understand. And then the one guy goes, this has really warmed my heart. I'm so glad you guys have opened your minds and opened your hearts. And I think it's time I should tell you I'm gay. And they're like, and Donnell goes, oh, fuck this.
And we jumped his ass after that.
I'll tell you what happened to me on the weekend. I was performing in Denver, and Brian McCarthy, our friend, who everyone who's listening knows, Brian McCarthy's cousin came along to the show, and I get tickets for relatives of Brian's around the country. That's all I do is he rings me up and just goes, I need some more tickets. I'm like, all right. So his cousin came along. Can anyone imagine Brian if he was gay?
Oh, yeah.
It's Brian. But like taking care of his body.
It's Brian, but not fucking women occasionally.
Yeah, it's Brian without kids.
Not that there's anything. Do you guys do disclaimers when you say gay? Because as soon as you say gay, you gotta apologize. Not that
I
there's
notice a
anything.
lot of people apologize. And
Yeah,
I
I don't. You can't bow to these faggots.
All right, Tracy Morgan. Look,
That was a subtle anal joke done in a very unsubtle way.
yeah, it was good.
Tracy passed out at Sundance this week, and he said it was from the altitude.
Yeah. The fucking Rohypnol is putting his own drinks in a gay bar.
But I didn't finish what I wanted to say. So I get this Twitter. I go on YouTube. I saw probably the most offensive thing I've ever seen in my life. I posted it on our Facebook page. For Taco, Farside, can you please play it?
What is it?
You have to watch this. Turn it up, too. Turn up the volume. The volume makes it.
Full screen.
Full screen.
It's the TV volume.
Wait. Don't hit it yet.
Somebody's not in the gym.
Even if he was, he's not doing anything.
All right, do it.
Hit it.
Farside is shirtless in his room.
Why'd you just pause it?
No, that's just how slow he moves.
His stomach.
This is like the Star Wars Kid Part 2.
Is that David Bowie? What is it?
Yeah. I feel like I'm watching sumo wrestling. Harlow doesn't even like it.
Oh, I've seen enough. What's the why? Like,
Here's the best part.
You can stop it.
I called him that night and I go, Farside, I'm watching this video of you. He goes, oh, did my friend fucking send that to you? And I go, yeah. And I think you had him do it. And I want to know why. And he goes, I sent that to a girl to impress her.
okay, tell us.
All right, there's first that's what I do for exercise.
Well, it looked like a cock.
Yeah, go on our Facebook page. You'll see it. It's far. What are you doing? You're dancing to David Bowie
Dancercise.
without your
Up to
shirt on.
25 hits now.
But why are you dancing to David Bowie, and why, more importantly, are you filming it?
I did it because I was trying to explain, because there's this girl who I've been talking to, and
You know you can just email girls things.
Yeah.
You don't have to put it on YouTube.
I had it on an unlisted video, and I sent it to my friend in London because I thought he'd get a kick out of it. Then he sent it to Eddie without me knowing. But yeah, no, it's and then
No, I made him take the private off of it.
We learned from the Moncast. This is actually a New Year's resolution of Farside's not to go shirtless in his room and take pictures of himself.
I didn't take a picture; it's a video, so it's different. But yeah,
I would break that.
And
camera.
what did you? What did you think that you were going to get out of it from the girl?
a laugh. Because I thought it was it's stupid.
Girls
what I do.
like funny guys, but they like you to do it with an element of not looking shit.
Yeah.
Like they like funny where it's like, I'm going to have a laugh with this guy, and then if the sex is a bit bad, at least when we roll over, he'll make me laugh then. But you've got like this will be horrible, and he's scaring me funny. That doesn't work on any level for a girl. There's never been a girl looking at a fat naked man dancing thinking, he's got a sense of humor about himself. I'm
Yeah.
into this.
Jim,
Or did it work? What
Jim,
happened?
we can't pick on him like we do
Did it work?
Jason.
No, we can.
He's very sensitive.
Why does everyone think I'm sensitive?
They call you sensitive on
It's
Todd
because
Glass's
of your
show.
voice.
Yeah.
Farside, if you would have combined that with your mangina, it would have been like the Buffalo guy in Silence of the Lambs. Remember that one scene when he?
I wouldn't fuck me.
That is kind of traumatizing.
Yeah, no, I wanted to take it down. Then I saw it this morning, and it had over 1,000 views when it was at like 50 yesterday, and I'm like, fuck.
This is your thing.
It's too late now. I don't know.
Yeah, wait till people see it now.
It's funny, my brother now, because of those podcasts, is gotten the slightest bit of fame. And he's fucking loving it. People are writing to him going, "You're great, you should come on all the time." And he's like, "Oh, I'll find the time." Like this. He works in fucking property. He's loving it.
His best line though was when he goes,
When Jason said to him, "Why did you even come on the Hour of Power?" And Scott went, "I come on all the shows."
I do all the shows when I'm in LA. We had Jim's brother was on the last couple episodes.
I remembered a story today which is completely off topic, which I thought I've got to tell this on the podcast from my childhood. And I don't think I've ever told about. I used to work in a butcher's packing meat on a Sunday, as you do, right? Every Sunday.
Now, everybody don't pack meat on Sundays.
No,
That might be cool in Britain, but that's like kind of odd, right?
No, this is in Australia. But there's people who, it's a good job because you can have like a paper round, but if you have meat and using a bandsaw, you get an extra $1 an hour for the danger money, so it was pretty good value. So there'd be a whole lot of butchers standing on one side of the counter. This is in the back of a Woolworths. It's like just being in the back of a Ralph's or something doing it, right? And I'd put sausages on a tray and we'd put it through the machine and then wrap it in plastic. And that's got very little to do with the story, actually. But there was two other 16-year-old lads who was working with me, and one of them was just a little fucking rich kid cunt, like sort of a Jesse look about him, right? and he talked big. You know, one of those guys, he talked big. Oh, I did this. And he used to go on about, on the weekends, he used to go out and steal cars with his friends. He's like, we used to go out, we steal cars with graffiti things. And everyone, all the butchers and us would all just roll our eyes like, oh, God, he's a fucking cock. You know what I mean? Right, so one day, when he was out of the room, we all said, what we'll do is we'll play a trick on him. Right? When he comes back after work, let's all go steal a car. And we'll go into one of the butcher's car, we'll act like we're stealing it and see if the little fucker freaks out. right? Like, oh, I can't do it, right? So like, let's go steal a car, right? So I go in, I get a clothes hanger, and I've got the butcher's keys with me. I'm with the other 16-year-old lad, and I'm acting like I'm using the clothes hanger. But I actually turn the lock with the key, and I get in. I say, we're in, and then we get in, and he piles in the back, and he's screaming, and he's all excited, and he pulls a flick knife out and starts cutting up the fucking room. The little cunt's been telling the truth the whole time. He was very experienced.
I love this kid.
Funny.
We freaked the fuck out when he. Oh, don't! Oh, Jesus!
Had a good turn on there. I was sure you were gonna go. He starts crying, going, "Don't do this." I like that he pulls the knife out and starts cutting it up.
Good times.
I loved fucking when I was a kid. I loved fucking vandalizing. It was like
I was never much of a vandal, except for when I got drunk. I would like to do. I would walk home.
You still do it when you're drunk.
I would like turn a tap and leave it on, like in the front of someone's yard, like, ha ha! There's gonna be some wet grass now. I was a very piss weak vandal. Hurt my hand bashing over a phone box once. You know, like pretty not a phone box, they have a mailbox.
We had a guy that just reminded me of turning something up. We had a guy, I took ecology class in high school. It was one of our classes, and we had Bunsen burners on all the tables.
Sure.
And this kid, Josh Gosling, who was a kid who, he was in our school, but like he didn't have parents. He had an apartment. You know, like he was the kid in school that you would go to his house and you'd be like, where are your parents? And he's like, I don't have parents. And you're like, you have your own fucking place? And he'd be like, yeah, I'm having a fucking, you know, like he had like beer in the refrigerator, you know, and he was like, and then we found out he was like 30.
I got a story.
But he and he was like the toughest kid in school, but he was in my ecology class, and every day he would leave the room and there were a couple Bunsen burners that didn't have the tubes hooked up to them. They were just fucking...
Or just the little gas valves, yeah.
And he would just flick the valve and walk out of class and just gas the room.
It has a smell. This is a Scott story about an older kid at school. Now, I was in like year 7. I was about 13. Scott would have been 17, 18. And we were in school. Now, as you said, there's always that one kid who left school in year 10 and then like... He thought, fuck, I better go back to school. And he went back to school and he was like 23 so that he could go, you know what I mean? Just older. Drove a motorcycle to school.
Smoked
and
the cigarettes on the playground.
Yeah, just a weird looking.
And was allowed.
Yeah.
Like just a weird looking older guy, right? So Scott fucking obviously riled this cunt up too much for too long, right? I'm walking across the block in the back bit. Scott's being dangled out the window, 2nd story high, by his feet. Right? And everyone's like, oh, your brother's being thrown out a window. And I looked up and he went, hey, Jim. Hey, like that. And he's still, this is how fucking mental he was. He's still teasing the kid who's dangling him out the window, going, when you leave school, you're going straight to retirement home? And the guy's going, I'll fucking drop you. Like that determination to have no fear of death. Right, that was a story.
I've got a question for Don now.
I was just going to start. Go ahead.
So one of my favorite things on the Chappelle Show was the fact that in like 60 to 75% of all of the sketches, you're always in the background doing the robot. And I wanted to know what how did that come about? Like, because literally, it'll have nothing to do with the robot. There will be like it'll be a sketch about something completely else.
They're all the bits.
I
They're all the
just
bits
wanna
that
let-
Neil Brennan wrote.
I just want to let you know that this is definitely a racist podcast because that wasn't me doing a robot.
That was an actual robot.
I know. There was another black guy, right? It's like, yo, it's true. All of us look alike. He was serious like that.
I just confirmed it.
When you do the robot.
Jesse,
no.
you really embarrassed me there. So,
The guy who did the robot, he wasn't
when
even-
you're in the field and Gone with the Wind,
Yeah,
could've
when
sworn
you,
that was
in
you,
the
Don
color
John.
purple.
when you work with Todd Bridges, how hard was it for people to get you to say what you talking about?
how
but that guy wasn't
how
even-
is it being Oprah?
Fat and rich.
When you play basketball,
But that guy who did that, his name was Carl. He wasn't even he wasn't an actor or anything. He was a grip. And then like when we would have breaks and everything, he just would do the robot and shit. And one day he did it when we were doing a take, and Neil and them thought it was funny, and they just kept doing it. And that dude, it was so funny. Just like going back to your brother, who you said he had something on the internet where he thinks he's big shit now.
He was on our show.
Well, he enjoyed it. He was on the show.
Yeah,
He
so-
got a good response from the fans.
And Carl, the guy, he was a grip. And after a while, people was like, "Oh, he was getting ass off of being a robot guy." Like that's how hot that show was. You know what I'm saying? Like you robot guy, you could get ass. And even going into the 3rd season, he wanted like some residual pay. You know, he was like, "Man, I'm not gonna."
Did you get any ass off saying you were the robot guy?
No, but I got a lot of ass off saying I'm rich, bitch. I can tell you that much.
Was that's your original line?
No, it's not. I voiced it, but it wasn't my original line.
Oh,
It was one of Dave's jokes years ago where he was on a date with this girl, and she was on to him. She wasn't really fucking with him, or whatever. Fucking with him. Let me explain for white people to understand. She didn't really like the guy too much, right? Then he had a mask on. It was part of the thing he did called Trick Whitey.
Oh yeah.
And then at the end of it, he pulls the mask off. He says, "I'm rich, bitch," but they didn't just add it to the show. And when we did that, it was like that was probably one of the best scenes for me. But it was hard because when we shot that, we were in Harlem. This is before the show had any money. So we couldn't block the set off or anything. We were really on a serious street in Harlem, right? So I had to drive this big-ass truck. I didn't even have a license at the time. But I couldn't tell them because I wanted to do the shit. So I had to drive the truck down the street, hit a mark, not hit the actress, bitch. I mean, the reporter, bitch. Don't run the red light. I had to take the keys off because they couldn't hear the sound. And I had to deliver the line. I'm rich, bitch. So we did like 12 times. And Neil looked at me. Neil Brennan, he looked at me. He was like, "If you want this shit to make it, you better get it right." So when I hit it for the last time, it was out of frustration. I was like, "I'm rich, bitch!" And he was like, "Okay, that's the one." And that became my phrase for the show.
Do you talk to Dave ever?
No, I mean, if I were to take a class on how to speak Swahili, we could communicate better because he went to Africa. Nobody knows where he is. But
Oh, he's back, right?
Yeah, he's back. I saw him.
He lives right outside of Dayton.
yeah, and Yellow Springs or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. And I was just there working at the Funny Bone in Dayton. And they're like, "Yeah, Dave was in last week. He just pops in and does a set every once in a while." And I went, "Oh, I wonder if," I go, did you tell him that I'd be here?" And they go, "Yeah." I go, "Wonder if maybe he'll come in." They're like, "Yeah, maybe." He came in for, I forget who was there the week before. He came in, hung out with them. They went to lunch the next day.
Yeah.
So the whole week I'm thinking, Dave's coming in. You know,
Right.
we used to be old friends. He's going to come in. No, Dave.
Yo, that's so funny. I got to tell you a funny story.
I waited all week. It was like Sunday night, and I was like a kid that wasn't getting Christmas. I was like, "So Dave's not coming, huh?" And they're like, "I don't think so."
I had a situation sort of like I was in New York over the weekend. I was working Caroline's, right? So I was hanging out, and they have the club Laugh Lounge.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Latino chick Delilah, she works it. So Tony Woods was in town, right? I have a guy that's my editor, does stuff for me. We write together. His name is Dave. So Delilah texts me like at 2:00. "Yo, you should come to the Laugh Lounge. Tony Woods and Dave are here."
Oh.
You know, and they used to be
Best
really
friends,
close
yeah.
buddies. And I was like, "Well, tell them I said hi." I was like, "Nah, this is my chance. This might be a reunion. You know what I'm saying? We might get together. Dave is there. We can, have a drink or whatever." So I bust my ass leaving the club to get there. Not, I'm like hauling ass. Like,
I'm sure the other Dave's happy to hear
no,
this.
wait a minute. No. So I bust my ass to get there, and I'm like running this shit down the street. I'm trying to get my breath, so I don't want to seem like I'm running there like.
You're hoping for a Chappelle reunion show?
Yeah. And when I walk in, it was Dave, the editor, in the fucking. I was like, "This is fucking fucked up, man." Yeah, but I ran into him maybe a year ago at the Improv in Melrose.
Yeah,
It was cool.
I've seen him a bunch. I've seen him
It's
do
weird
stand-up.
because I haven't seen him in so long. My feelings was.
Is he just retired because he didn't like it, or
He hasn't retired. He still does stand up.
No, not stand up, like TV. Because
Yeah.
he could get a TV show tomorrow if he just clicked his fingers.
It's a long story, and I've heard a whole bunch of different reasons. I've heard him even tell it a few different ways.
I'm
So,
curious. What did he say?
He just said that like he wasn't. I don't want to get into it because Neil will get upset. Everyone gets upset when you tell it. Like you got to know the right thing, and I don't know the exact thing. I've heard him tell it different ways.
What's the gist?
The gist is that
didn't enjoy it all.
he took the show on Comedy Central because he didn't want anyone having any control of the show. Like, and if he went to a big network, they would control it. So he went to Comedy Central. No one told him what to do. He and Neil got to do what they wanted to do. All of a sudden, it blew up. It became big and massive and famous, and then all the network execs wanted a hand in it.
Right.
And
Who
Dave,
told you that story?
I've seen him say it actually.
You seen who say that?
I've seen him say it. I've seen Neil.
Him,
talk-
Ben, Dave. I don't understand. Like, this is what I don't get, and I always say it's the same thing. Like when Bill Cosby on the Cosby Show. Once you prove yourself, once you get numbers, once you get ratings, when do the networks tell you what to do? Like me being a part of the show, me being around it, like he had total control of everything. And I mean, it's unfortunate. I'm not talking against them, but it's unfortunate when you leave your fan base out there and nobody knows the answer. And that's why when me and Charlie and other people go out, they always ask this question. We have to explain it. But he was what they call the HNIC, head nigger in charge. You know what I'm saying? And what I don't understand is
How do I get one of those jobs?
you gotta get a bigger dick. But when you get to that point, nobody tells you what to do. You know, if it's an issue, and I've heard people say, well, they were trying to write certain stuff, whatever, but you're the head writer.
But there was that sketch. This is what I heard that was the tipping point. They were doing some sketch, and some executive was laughing at it, and it was some racial thing, and he thought that they were laughing for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I understand that. But at the same time, my personal opinion, you don't stop a show as hot as that. You lose your voice. If you say, I'm not going to do it, I didn't appreciate that guy laughing. If you fire him. You know, get him the fuck out of there. And then you got to be responsible. And you got to write. You wrote that bit. You got to write the stuff that people are like, or it won't put you in a position where you think people think fucked up of you.
Yeah, but he put himself, by doing that, by leaving on like top like that, he put himself in a place where he's like a legend now. Where, you know, you look at someone like Seinfeld's a legend too, and Seinfeld let his run its course.
I don't give a fuck what you're talking about right now. We needed one more fucking season. Fuck what you talking about, son. This motherfucker had me say I'm rich, bitch. I wasn't even rich, bitch. So fuck all that. I've heard the theory. I heard Bill Cosby and Oprah Winfrey got in the room together, and it's like, nigga, you're not gonna do this anymore. But I'm saying, me as the artist, being on the show for 2 years, and you're at that point, and this is my thing, my frustration with the show not going on. It was one of the best jobs I ever had. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say that, we never concerned ourselves with time. You know what I'm saying? We would work 17, 18-hour days. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody was complaining about money. Like, oh, I need to get a raise. And then we actually had fun going to work. And then you work, you put as much as we did into a show for 2 years, and you think you're at the point where it's about to be good for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, now this time, I didn't expect to get $52 million. I didn't expect to get that type of contract. But you work hard enough, you get to the point like, now, I'll get the rewards of it. And then all of a sudden, motherfuckers say, your boss went to Africa.
Yeah.
You know?
Was that a shock that day? Did you hear anything in the pipeline?
It wasn't
about
a shock.
that happen?
And I'll tell you, it's funny because I thought I was somewhat of a prophet for that show. I used to guess our ratings. I would say we're going to have a 1.7. And Neil and them was like, no, we're not. You know? And when Dave disappeared, I said, Neil, I know where that motherfucker at. Neil was like, I didn't mean to say at, but... You know, I said, I know where he is. And Neil was like, where? I was like, the motherfucker went to Africa, son. And Neil was like, get the fuck out of here. Why do you think that? And I remember we were in the green room one day. It was me, Mos Def, Dave, and a couple other people, right? And everybody was talking about Africa, right? And then they were talking about the cost of living in Africa, how well you could live in Africa. And I saw this light in Dave's face. Like, oh, shit, I'm about to be Modifuka. I am going to Africa. And then, sure enough,
Chappelle money, you could own Africa.
yeah, you could, or get a little Africa or something, right?
You could have Equatorial Guinea or something.
And sure enough, like a week later, he went to Africa. You know, and my personal opinion, it was people like myself, Charlie, you know, guys that were leads on the show. It was no way to lose. Even if he stopped the show, it created enough celebrity for us that we can go out and get bigger money on personal appearance days, whatever. But at the same time, with any show, your response, it's 150 people that work for you.
I was there the night he came back from Africa, and I'm on stage, and
was he wearing a leaf or something?
I'm hosting at the Improv, and they come in and they go, Dave Chappelle's going to go on. They're like, Dave Chappelle just this is what they said. Dave Chappelle just got back from Africa. He's going to go on, and I went, what? And they're like, I had put Jeff Richards on. Jeff Richards was on SNL at the time. And we put Jeff Richards on stage, and they just start lighting him after a minute. Like, they didn't even let him do time.
Yeah, like, get the fuck out.
They were like, get the fuck off stage. And Jeff Richards was so upset. He's like, what the fuck is the light going on for? And they're flicking the light, like, get the fuck off the stage. Get the fuck off. So I run out to Dave, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, where were you? And he's like, I went to Africa. I'm like, you went
like, no big deal.
And I was like,
that's what everybody does.
And
you know, you have a bad day, you go to fucking Africa, man.
And I was just like, what? All right, Dave. But and I remember when he had left, I called Steinberg, who was your manager and my manager, and worked with Dave. And I said, hey, you know, if Dave's okay, tell him I said hi. Tell him I'm asking about him. And I remember Dave going. And he went on stage. I introduced him. He came on stage. I've never seen a crowd go crazy like that.
Yeah,
never, ever, ever. in 16 years have I seen a crowd for anyone. Fucking people were fucking tables like, it's fucking
Wait. You said that the other day about when Seinfeld went on stage.
No,
people
this
were
was
fucking
even
tables.
better. This is even better.
How many gigs have you been to where people are fucking tables? This is 2 weeks in a row that you have said I've never.
The Table Fuck Podcast.
I'm starting.
You're
to think,
nobody until
I'm starting to
somebody
think-
gets fucked on the table.
I'm starting
or
to
fucks
think
the
that
table.
happens whenever you leave the stage. That was a joke.
It hurt.
Yeah. That was-
hurt so bad. I'm getting sensitive.
Yeah, but I missed to do it. I missed to.
So he came on stage though and said, I've been in Africa. He goes, what's going on? And people are fucking filming it. Everyone's got their phone out. And he said, what's going on? I've been out of it for a while. What's going on here?
They should have yelled out, AIDS. It's as bad here now as it is there.
And he goes, all my friends said I was doing crack and that I had to go away. And I'm like, who said that?
Well, I'm not saying he was doing crack, but that's kind of a crackish move. You know what I'm saying? If you would contribute any fucking drug to leaving $52 million on the table to go to Africa, it's not like, you smoke a joint. You know what I'm saying? You don't smoke a joint.
I have an
Fuck
idea.
that, I'm going to Africa. You smoke crack and going to go to Africa. Nah,
You might say it's smoking a joint, but you're not going to leave.
Yeah.
It's going to be an idea. You know what we should do?
So the ratings on that show, were you getting like 2 million people?
No, at the end of it, I think it was getting like 5 to 6 million.
Jesus, that's a
It was
lot. That's a lot for
massive on
cable
cable.
For cable.
TV.
I mean, we were like, for the most
Like
part. on
Louis
cable-
gets 600,000. That's considered to be a success.
No,
If you get- it
Louis
is.
was getting that in the beginning. He gets over $1 million now.
Yeah, but
Like when we first, it was weird when we first started. Like Dave and Neil, like they've been a part of this process so much. You know what I'm saying? Where they had pilots, they had shows that didn't really pan out. So they was like, okay, we're gonna do the show and see what happens. But I just for some reason, because when we did the wraparounds and did a response that we used to get in the studio, I was like, man, this is something special, And I would predict the numbers. Like I think the first week I predicted like 800,000, 900, and then like every week it grew like 300,000, 400,000, 500. And like you say, for cable, you can have a show can have
Unbelievable.
life for like 1.5.
yeah.
You get 1.5, you're good to go. I mean, they were just smashing shit, man. And that's why I say I understand what you're saying, Eddie, about he left on top, the mystique of it. But like I really was like after the hype and everything, going to the third season, I was really excited about a full season. And even if you decide you don't want to do the show, like Chris Rock when he was doing his show, when he decided he didn't want to do it anymore, he was like, okay, guys, this is the last season. You know what I'm saying? Go get your job. We're not doing it anymore. But it's something weird about like right in the middle of
It's
production.
what Jim's going to do with us with the podcast.
No, he's just going to throw his headphones down right now. Where you going? I'm going to Africa and do crack,
Yeah, well,
motherfucker.
as soon as we start making money, I'm back in Australia.
That's it. You're out of here, right? Yeah, so
I was just thinking about what I would do. I was thinking,
where I'd go.
where would you go? You can go back to Pittsburgh.
but you
Go
got to
home.
have a certain
I'd
amount.
never go back to
when
Pittsburgh.
it comes to like when people say you're going crazy or whatever, or you flipped out. I think all those guys that flip out, you got to talk to your accountant first. You'd be like, can I afford to go crazy?
I think
You know what I'm saying?
I think it is
the
a
first
bit.
question is, can I afford to? They look at you shit
I-
like, nah, you could run down the street naked, but you can't afford to go full-fledged.
It is nerve-wracking, I think, when you're the base of the whole show. I do understand. Like I've had a few pilots, and I've got one at the moment which might be going to season. I'm waiting for that. And there's 80% of me is very excited if it goes to season. There's 20% is nervous as fuck that I'm going to fuck it up or whatever.
But
you
I
know?
always look at it like, you never know where that break is going to come from. I look at it like, for me as a stand-up comic, everybody's like, what is your dream gig, whatever. I think the reality of it, if you can make a really good living doing stand-up, everything else is a bonus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I look
Agreed.
at like, people look at me, they're like, okay, you're doing well for yourself, but I'm not a working actor. I'm a working comic, but I don't put that much pressure.
Yeah, but
on it,
how nice would it be if you were a working stand-up and you never had to leave Los Angeles?
I still would want to go.
You like doing the road?
Yeah, I like doing the road. It's
You
just
like
something about-
airplanes?
Yeah, because my girl gets on my fucking nerves, so I got it. She was like, "You really love comedy, bitch." No,
I'd like
I don't
to
like
do-
you right now.
I'd like to stay in one place and do a 2-month tour at the end of the year. That would be my.
Yeah.
But I used to do radio in New York. I like doing radio. If I would be able to get a gig where it was a sitcom or anything like that, where it was only the production for like 2 or 3 months, You know what I'm saying? And do radio. That would be cool.
Sure.
Yeah, I would like to have something that I didn't have to rely on stand up.
Yeah.
That I didn't have
You
to
do,
go-
your parents.
Yeah, I wish. I wish. No, I just
Well, at
I
least
don't
you have parents.
I don't
In fact, people don't say that. Your mother, your father.
No, it's fucking to have to get on a plane today. I flew from Minneapolis here. I tried to get on at 9 a.m. and they're like, nope. Tried to get on at 11 a.m. Nope. Tried to get on at 2 p.m. They're like, we think we can get you a seat on that plane. I'm like,
What, did you miss a flight or you were trying to get
no,
out?
I had a later flight and then I tried to get on earlier and they're like, nope, and you just sit around.
You got to get that status up, son.
I have status on every fucking airline. It's terrible. I can't.
You didn't go up to the counter and be like, "I'm Diamond, bitch." You got to change your voice up, man.
No, it's so funny.
You got to get his accent. His accent make people do shit.
Oh,
I can get
Australia,
anything.
Australia, they're great to me. They bump me up. They put me in fucking first class all the
Right.
time.
Never met a foreign person.
America,
Exciting for us.
America, they fucking get in the back with the third world.
I had a lady come up to me at a show in Denver the other day and just say, I work for United, and if, whenever you're on my plane, you'll be sitting in first class. First class in United, shit.
And what are the chances you're going to be on her plane?
I know, exactly.
What are the odds? Hey, it's you. Where's my seat? Oh, they're all full. What are you going to do? Fucking sit on the pilot's
It's like
lap?
first class in Southwest. You just get an extra bag of peanuts and shit.
No,
US Airways is that bad.
I'm not
too.
a big fan of air stewardesses, never have been. The not modern day ones, the old ones I liked.
Well, I have one that I like in Australia, Lucy, who's
Well,
the greatest
unlike
person that's ever
because you
lived.
watch those shows like Pam Am and all that, and all the, like that what's that show? Catch Me If You Can,
right, they're
and
all
all
hot,
those
yeah.
all the hot ones walk
They
through.
used to be.
But what happened is none of them's retired. None of them's retired. It's still those same
And they
women
have,
from the
and
60s.
they have tenure. They have tenure like a professor.
And that's the worst because it'd be the oldest, ugliest bitches serving you in first class.
crabbiest. But in Australia, Virgin hires hot chicks.
Yeah.
They're all hot
Yeah.
with Virgin. They somehow they get around it and they break every discrimination fucking
Man.
law.
But Virgin is like a gay party, a flying gay party, man.
No, they are hot. Virgin in
Oh,
Australia.
I like Virgin domesticated, the
Virgin's
purple
good
and all
here,
that.
too.
Yeah,
I love
purple,
that.
pink,
It's
everything.
very calming.
Yeah,
Don't you like that?
not necessarily.
I went.
That's how you set a guy to do some sexual shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that calming, Downey? I'll get him another fucking beer.
I went to Virgin at 5:30 in the morning at LAX, and they were blasting Usher. Oh my god! And I was just like, "Fuck this, dude."
Did you do the robot? And then all of a sudden, this black guy comes up and does the robot. Right?
Jesse was doing the robot, but some black guy thought it was me.
You know how that mistake can happen, man.
That's a weird thing, though. Like, do you actually find that the people do that stereotype that white people find all black people look the same?
I don't know.
Do you think that's an actual thing?
I think people do think all black people look the same.
Really?
But it's just one of those stereotypes. It's just fun to say it after a while. You know.
It is really fun.
It's not like you're Asian.
You guys don't have enough jokes about us.
Yeah, what's
do.
what's
No,
the
but
big
you-
what's the
you're
big
not vocal
stereotype
enough
of
about
I
it.
got a
us?
shitload of cracker jokes.
Okay, give me
See,
some.
they work better in the black audience.
But here's the thing.
Like, give me some white
Yeah,
stereotypes.
Here, wait. First, before that, Cracker.
Oh,
first
white
of all-
stereotypes? This is not me, but some people say white people smell like wet dogs when
Dogs,
they get
yeah.
wet.
Yeah.
They smell like bologna.
Yeah, that's an expensive meat, and a lot of people can't afford a dog.
Wait. But Cracker, the name doesn't hurt at all. Like you got to come up with.
It didn't
better
hurt
name.
because people
It
didn't
hurts-
use it, and you
it
didn't get
hurts
hit
me.
with anything. Words hurt when it's violence behind it.
No, I know, but the
Nigger was followed with this. You can hate a word when it's followed with.
I want to hear more bologna and.
When you just say cracker with no.
No, but cracker actually
Who gives
has
a
that
fuck
noise
about cracker?
in the
Put
word.
with that
That's
shit.
like I'm opening the package.
Yeah.
Other white stereotypes: bologna, wet dogs. These aren't hurting me yet. I want one.
I
want a
want,
good
yeah, I
one.
want some hurtful shit.
But I don't,
Smaller dicks.
that should be hurtful enough.
That is that. I would
Yeah.
say that.
I mean,
is.
if it's any
we're
stereotype that
still
we
not
embrace,
Asian.
if it's any stereotype black people embrace, everybody's going to take the dick
But
stereotype.
see, this is the thing.
I had a guy-
I write a column for a magazine, and every now and again they'll send me like, oh, this is the statistics on tits in the world. This is the statistics on dicks in the world, and it is true. So the biggest dicks are all in Africa. America has big dicks because the black people bring up the average. Australia don't have particularly big dicks. Britain has big dicks, but they have a lot of black people, so you can actually tell where all the averages are.
So you're saying black people need to move to different places to
to get the average up.
We need you in
To get the average
China.
up. But Asia was like way down on the scale, and then the tit ratio came in. And the tits were like massive. White people fucking kick ass with tits, right? So all the cold countries, Scandinavia and Finland and Norway and Russia, huge fucking tits going on there. Where it's warmer, this is all evolution, not as many big tits. And then smallest tits again, Asia. So the Asians have
That's why they're on the
smallest
computers so
tits.
much.
That's why they're going to take over the world. No distractions.
Yeah.
Like you take tits and big cocks out of the thing.
I'm going to be smart. Fuck
You'll
my little dick. I'm
You'll
gonna be
invent
smart.
something.
You just do a
I'm
bit.
going to invent
No, I've
a
never
dick.
done it on stage. I did that as a column. I wasn't a bit.
I'm going to invent. They would invent a new dick. To
I had a
Asians.
guy in Newcastle, England. I was doing a bit, and afterwards he came up to me and he said, "I'll have you know," and he's a black guy. He goes, "I'll have you know,"
And he started his sentence off, I have you know?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
And he
But
was,
British black.
yeah, British black, and he
I'll have
said,
you
They're
know.
mostly from the West Indies.
he said, I don't appreciate your stereotype of black people having big cocks. And I'm like, that's a good thing. Like,
Right.
why would you play that? I'm like, if you said it, white people have big, I'll fucking take it every day of the week.
This is another one that happened to me last week's
You know what you
column.
just said? If you heard white people had big cocks, you take it every day of the week. That's going to be a nice edit right there.
Welcome
You
to
should
the Rick
stop it right
Cottage.
there. That's right. It's a Talking Shit podcast where Eddie takes big cocks.
In my column,
White big
I
cock.
want you to Google something for me, and it's one word, and it's called Rasta Mouse. And this is a TV show in Britain that's just had more complaints than any other TV show ever. And it's about a group of crime-fighting Rastafarian mice that, and they've taken it off the BBC because they've deemed it to be too offensive for kids. And I wrote in my column, I said, how is this an offense?
Amateur porn.
I said,
Yo, recently viewed. Slow down. Go back. Yo, it's like animation, and somebody getting back shots.
We'll get back to the Rasta Mouse story. Put your fucking screen up there, and we want to see what kind of porn you watch.
Amateur porn.
that one,
Click
the one in the
amateur.
corner, one in the corner there.
Listen, we found Farside's cache right now, and we want to see. Click that right there, Farside.
He's got Pornhub
Wait,
as well.
we want to see which one you're looking. Bangbrothers.com.
Yeah, but that one's not a good one. Yeah, that's a pay site. Why would you do that? Bang Brothers
Yeah,
aren't
why
that
are you
good.
on pay sites?
Are you
But
a member?
amateur blonde mouthful was what he clicked on. That was
Blacks
what he
and
liked.
blondes.
Are you one of
Blacks
those
and
people that
blondes.
pays?
I find the good ones and I download them.
How do you get that? You got to pay for that.
I don't pay for this.
You don't?
There's passwords all over this motherfucker.
How do you get the passwords?
That's all good until
I
something
found it
happens
online.
to you.
You find them online.
Yeah.
How do you get those lines online?
I Google Bang Bros password.
You're finally doing something, Farzad.
Farside, why have you not told me this? Why have I not known
Can you
this?
email me some passwords?
Me too.
Yeah, I'll send you guys to
I
the
don't want that
sites.
history. Keep that shit to yourself. It's all we have. You get in a car accident. Like, we went through your computer and shit. You downloaded Bang Brothers 47,000
like
times.
I don't want the same password as you. 'cause
Hey,
I don't want.
wait, go back to that. Go back to that. Of the three, I want to know which one you jerked off to. Was it All American Hand
Rasta
Job,
Mouse.
Amateur Blonde Mouthful, or White Girl with a Big Ass?
No, go down a bit. There's more
I
if you
didn't,
go
I
down.
didn't jerk off to any of these.
Really?
These are all previews. These are like teasers. They're like, hey, check it out. This
Oh, you don't have time to jerk off to them.
Yeah, no, they're like 30. They're like 30 seconds long. It goes. These
You
are
just got to
tits.
start first and then just use that to close the set. You know, like, yo, like 20 minutes and then the last 15 seconds. Bang Brothers. Yeah, it's a strategy, man.
You download the ones you like. I haven't watched a full porn for a long time, like a full one.
No.
Who
I-
watches full porn?
Is Bang Brothers good? Is it a good site?
Yeah, they're the ones that used to drive around in a bus.
I like Blazers. Brazers.
I don't like their tits are too fake, man.
Bang Brothers are the guys that used to drive around in a van and pick.
Like
They had the Bang Bus, and they would pick girls up and say, "Get in the van. We'll give you $5 or $10 to show your tits, and then like $50 you show your pussy, and then they'd end up paying the girl to fuck them in the van."
I had this.
And it was all porn stars. It looks like it's real, and you're like, "Oh fuck, this is
It's not
great."
real though. It doesn't look like it's real. The one that me and Jesse thinks is real is real.
Because if you look up Kylie King, she's a friend of mine. Kylie King, she's on the Bang Bus. I just fucking stumbled across her. I'm like, I know this girl. She's
no
a porn
girl's
star.
getting into a bus by accident like this. This is not real. The other one, the casting one's real because these girls are actually looking for a job and they
Right.
You love the casting.
My
It's
question.
real. It's real.
How do you go? My question is, they every chick that does porn, they don't introduce her as a porn actress. They say porn star. I want to know, how many cocks do you have to suck before you go from amateur to star? Is there like a...
Let's just say you're not a star yet.
It's one cock
Jim
sucker,
is.
you a star?
On camera?
Yeah,
it does.
that makes you a star?
It does.
Not a star, no.
On camera. If you suck a cock on camera, you're a fucking porn star.
Well,
No, no,
Lily's
every-
a star.
Her
Every-
voice sounded sexy when she said that.
Every girl I've ever dated is a porn star. Then.
They don't know it.
Hey, I want to speak to you, Armenian. There was at the Hollywood Hills sign, there was a head cut off and some hands cut off, and they
yeah.
say that this was an Armenian hit. Do you have the inside scoop?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
No,
they
I have no
found
idea.
a body at the Hollywood Hills in a shallow grave, and the torso wasn't there, but the
Hands, feet, and head.
were there.
And Armenians did
And
that.
they
to
questioned.
someone?
They
questioned,
reckon that's an Armenian thing to do.
and they questioned
Why,
Brad
they found it in the
Pitt's.
back of a
Why?
Mercedes
Brad
or
Pitt's
something?
bodyguard.
No,
got
under the
caught.
Hollywood
Grave
sign.
robbers?
I know. I
Oh, all right.
Actually,
Yeah, it was covered in gaudy
that?
furniture.
Actually,
And,
what happened? What happened was they speculated because they had no idea what was going
That's a
on.
great
They
one.
have then figured out who this person was, and apparently it can be one of two things: either a drug deal gone bad, or, and I'm rooting for this one because it'll be funnier, a Mexican gay love triangle.
Oh.
Machete.
Why was it a gay love triangle?
No,
They
but-
found the
I
dick-
meant
they found
because of the
dick-
drugs.
No, but
I meant 'cause of the drug deal.
Put machete on the thing. So machete. So it turns out you don't eat heads, hands, or feet.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually, he didn't even need to say anything, but I just wanted the option there.
So, Jim, tell us about Rasta Mouse.
Rasta Mouse, well, it sort of lost its mojo a little bit, but Rasta Mouse got a lot of complaints because they reckon it's a crime-fighting group of Rastafarian mice, and people have said that this is a bad stereotype, and I agree with you because they're fighting crime. No?
But you know what? What just got in trouble? I was reading in the paper was Modern Family, which I think is one of the funniest shows on TV, got in trouble because the little Asian girl says "fuck" in the last episode.
Sure.
And
When
didn't
she
even-
should say, love me long time.
she didn't even say "fuck." She said "fudge," and they bleep it. But there's a group, and I found them, and I'm fucking in love with this now. There's a little Mormon kid that started a group when he was 13.
I saw this.
The No Cussing Club. I bought his T-shirt.
Did you? The No Cussing Club. Put him up.
He has a book written about how he's the most cyber bullied kid in the world. Why do you think you're bullied?
No, that's his Facebook page. I want to see his actual web page.
Yeah, he's got a webpage and he sells a book. His dad's a motivational speaker. His mom's a cunt.
Yeah. 20,000 members worldwide.
How fun are they?
Take the No Cussing Challenge. He's been on Leno. I haven't been on Leno. And you want to know why I haven't been on
'Cause
Leno?
you
Because
cuss?
of my cussing. I went there, they said I cuss too much.
Look. Wait, read that. His book topics covered: bullying, cyberbullying, peer pressure, self-control, never give up, responsibility, leaders. I want to beat
Being
the shit out
precocious,
of this
annoying
fucking kid.
others, thinking you're better than someone
He does
else.
look really smug in that photo.
Oh,
too.
yeah. He's
I got that T-shirt though. I just ordered it.
The No Cussing Club. And it comes in orange.
Yeah.
And he's standing in front of orange lockers so he can be like camouflaged.
Ugh. What's his name? Something McKay. Could all our fans find his Twitter? Find his Twitter.
All right, hold on.
Wait, I'll get arrested
I want
for harassment.
one of the.
I'm not
the-
saying anything.
I
I'm
want
not
one
saying
of the.
anything.
Look, give me a look at the wristband. What does it say on the wristband? Click on the wristbands are available. And how much can I get one of them for? I don't want to commit to a T-shirt, but I would like something to remind me constantly not to cuss.
$1.
$1, you get a
$1.
no
Well,
cuss-
that's.
Oh, you have to buy 10 though.
For orders over 100.
Oh yeah. So he's making a lot of money, isn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
he? Little fuck.
That bitch is rich.
Does he have a Twitter?
Can we?
I'm not saying anything.
I'll
Can-
say it. I don't care.
Can we start up a cussing club?
The pro cussing club.
We should change the name of this podcast to the Cussing Club.
Like I
That's a
would.
good idea.
And then we'd show up on every Google search that people look for him. They find us. And we just
Try, see if there's a pro cussing club.
What, was that Farsight?
That was Far-
Dressed
that
as
was-
a dress?
That was
Dressed as a-
Far Side dressed as Ricky Lake. Everyone's seen it.
I haven't seen that one. What the fuck?
he's amazing.
Get a this.
No, we want the Cussing Club.
Yeah, cussing club, not the no cussing club. Let's see if it's already taken.
Found a fucking cussing club, motherfucker.
No.
No, it's not. They're just talking about.
No, you have the Cussing Club Twitter. Just put the space Cussing space.
You used to be very good at
club.
this, Faso. What
Yeah.
happened? The cussing club. There it is.
There is no such thing as the cussing club.
All right, we'll take it.
Yeah.
The cussing club, and we'll have like you got to cuss and like try to cuss every day, make a difference.
There's 16 members on Facebook.
Yeah, but we have a better cussing. We already
Yeah.
have more members in this room.
We'll call ours the fucking cussing club. it'll take over completely.
Yeah, and we're gonna write letters to the no cussing club and tell them we want to beat them up. We're gonna cyberbully them.
I want to write them letters saying, "Oi, cunt, we don't like your fucking attitude."
We should invite him on the podcast
make
as a
some
guest.
T-shirts.
We should just invite him on and be like, "Tell us your
The
story."
address was in Pasadena, so I think they might be local.
Oh, that'd be fucking great. He goes to Brigham Young.
Oh, I used to go to a club called Brigham Young.
Jerry Sandusky went to the same place.
Oh, gee. I thought that was the dog.
Eddie's getting
mauled
dog
by the
humped
dog.
right
Get
now.
rid of the dog. We're losing momentum with dog being here.
All right. No, she's got to sit here. She's sick. No, let her stay.
But she's going to run around. You know she
She's
is.
fine. She's fine. You get down.
Harold,
All right. So, Paterno died yesterday.
I know. Have you ever seen a person fall quick? Like, that just shows that mental health has a lot to do with your physical health.
Yep.
Yes.
'Cause
But
his heart went away.
I have a firm belief that he died a year ago and they just stuffed his body.
No, I believe that when you stop sucking young people's cum, the youth leaves you.
Well, he was never fucking the kids. He just didn't turn the guy in when they told him that it happened. But
I thought he was the only fucked them. Which one was?
no,
the other bloke.
Sandusky.
He said it was slipping and sliding. Did you read
Sandusky.
the grand jury report?
I saw parts of it.
It said there was one guy who saw some things going on in the locker room. Grand jury report. McQuarrie. He said, I heard some slipping and some sliding. This is what it says. I heard some slipping, sliding, and
some
slapping.
horseplay.
No, it wasn't. He said slipping, sliding, and slapping in a rhythmic pattern consistent with sexual intercourse skin to skin. And me personally, I hope, knock on wood, I never get raped, right? But what I do know, if I get raped, you're not going to rape me on beat.
You know
It's
what?
not going to be no rhythm with that shit. It's not going to be off of Usher or none of that shit.
I've got to tell you something. Just saying knock on wood doesn't count. I don't think you're committed to not being raped.
No, I'm not.
Like you just said,
you put-
knock on wood, and then you didn't even attempt to knock on wood.
But you put parameters to it
I
too.
did- I
You're
did
like,
for you,
if I get
Janelle.
raped, there's not going to be a
Well,
beat
the
to
bottom
it.
line is, it will not be with no R&B slow jazz.
You want no rhythm, so you're going to be raped by a white
It would
guy.
be scat or some shit. Like,
it's gonna be-
skibbity boo dop the bop.
It's gonna be techno.
Yeah, techno. It's not gonna be soft.
I don't think you'll be awake for it, to be honest.
Joe was the head coach of the team who was the winningest coach in football ever.
But he
And,
coached for 100 years.
Yeah, he was forever. And last year during a game, this is true, and you can Google this, Farside. He in the middle of a game, he was on the sidelines. He shit his pants. That's how old. He's 85 years old. Well, he's not now.
Do you feel kind of sorry for him because he wasn't the
Yeah.
actual guy that did it?
Absolutely, I feel sorry for him. Your whole life.
You should you should report things like that.
Yeah.
I assume it was
Hold on, I agree with you. You should report it, but there's never been a trial yet to hear him tell his side of it. You know, we've made him guilty before innocent as the guy that was told what happened. Yeah, it's a fucked up situation, but how do we know? How do we know he was even like? All the shit's been changing as it goes on. I'm not defending the guy.
I just don't understand. Like they said, these acts happen when these kids like 12 or 13, and only like 32 or 33. Like I don't understand how it took 20
if
years.
it's that many years,
20
no, I don't
years
feel
to
sorry
want
for him. in the
revenge.
first.
I hear they paid off the families to not speak as well.
Oh, I didn't hear that. But people have been saying to me, because I've been doing jokes about it
Yeah,
on
that's
stage.
all conjecture,
I've been
that type of
I've been
thing.
doing jokes, and people keep going, too soon. And I'm
Fuck
like,
too
it was
soon.
8 years ago.
I did a Michael Jackson joke the day he died.
What was it?
Right, but it was about the movie. It was about the movie Moonwalk.
No, what was the joke? What the fuck? I can't remember it, but no, I don't think so.
I once,
was it
I
about
once,
Fuck that, I got to beat everybody to this shit because they say too soon, and then 2 weeks later it's like, oh, that's hacky. So you got to.
I once did a Michael Jackson joke in front of. I did like one of those black charity gigs in New York where I was the one white guy. I told you this, and I walk out and I got a pantomime boo from the black people. It wasn't nasty, but I was the one white guy in the room, and I got a little boo. This was like 3 years ago. 4 years ago, maybe. And I said, I know you all think I look different from everyone else here, but I'm exactly the same as everyone else in this room. But I have that condition that Michael Jackson has. I fuck kids.
And you gotta laugh, right? They was like, "Oh, that motherfucker funny right there, son. That nigga funny. Give him a show, son."
Yeah, sometimes they're like that. Then sometimes they don't.
But then sometimes, you're just being mean to Michael Jackson. That could have turned that. joke.
I did a show at the Comedy Union. There's an all-black club here in where is it? Down on Pico or
I hate
whatever.
that club, yeah.
Oh, I did a show there one night, and they go, in a black club, in a white club, if you're closing, that means you're like the headliner, you're the best comic. In a black club, when they say you're closing, that means you're getting fucked in the ass because you're gonna bomb so badly after so many comics. And they go, I walk in, they're like, "You're closing," and I go, I'm the one white guy there. I go. They're like, "You're headlining." I'm like, "I'm not headlining. I'm bombing."
Yeah,
You guys are
I hate
setting
when
me up
people
to
say
bomb.
you're headlining and there's like 15 acts on and shit. No, I'm not. I'm the last motherfucker.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
was
I'm doing.
last. I walked on stage. As soon as I stepped on, guys started walking out of the room, and I just started calling everyone a racist. I'm like, "You racists!" I go, the white guy comes on, and so I had a joke then at the time where I said something about like they said that the fastest way to wake up in the morning is with a big cup of black coffee, and I think there's a faster way, and that's with a big black cock in your ass. And so people were laughing, and they're like,
They laughed at that at a black club.
At a black club, they laughed at it, and two girls come up to me.
It
After
was
the
a black
show.
gay club.
Two girls come.
Antoine Dotson was headlining.
Two girls come up to me afterwards and they're like, "Oh my God, you're so funny. You want to do BET's Comic View?" And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. Yeah." And that was that. And then I left the club. So cut to like 3 months later, I'm at a party and I get a phone call. "Where are you?" And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, "You're supposed to be at Comic View. You're supposed to be taping." And I'm
Really?
like, "What?" You might have even been there the day I did it.
I remember you did it one. That was like 7, 8.
Yeah. So I show up drunk. I was shit-faced at this party, and I go to my friend Chip. Chip has wire rim glasses, corduroys on with like sailboats on it, and one of those Gore-Tex golf jackets. I go, "Can you drive me? I'm too drunk. I'm going to take you somewhere." And he goes, "All right." So we pull up at the studio. No white people anywhere. We're the only white people.
Only white people. Yes, they were the producers.
No, not on BET. You know it's not.
Where the money is.
Yeah, the camera guys, all the white guys.
So it's funny. They have rules at the show. They're like, "Don't do any Janet Jackson jokes," because that was the year Janet Jackson showed her tit. And they didn't want the same joke over and over. "Don't do this joke. Don't do that joke." They should have said, "Don't do the joke about the big black cock in your ass."
You did it?
The girls said to me, I go, "What do I do?" They go, "Do whatever you did that night. It was really funny."
No.
Does not go the
How did
same
the
way
set
it
work?
did.
How did it work out? Maybe that cock joke was a little too big.
You shouldn't have started the joke with "Oi niggers." that's where you went wrong. It wasn't the joke.
I just got nervous that Jim just said that with Donnell here.
No,
Right.
because over in England, they say it's not a big deal.
No, that was in context
they
of what you
the-
shouldn't have said.
but-
I didn't
they
say it as me.
They say the brown guy, the black guy. You know.
What, is something wrong with saying the black guy?
Yeah. No, I don't give a
In
shit.
South
about
Africa,
none of
they
this
said
shit.
the black.
No, they say coloured in South Africa.
Colored's not black. Colored's mixed race.
I know, but coloured is a word that when they use it in front of you in South Africa, you go, "Hang on, I don't think you're allowed to say that." And you hear like a black guy saying it, and you feel like correcting him. Like it's just a weird thing they get away with. Where,
Yeah, I think worse being called that is broke. Broke is more offensive to me. It's a new day. It's a new day. We got the ultimate comeback. We got the ultimate comeback. We got a black president. So
well, don't you also think we're being?
He's half black. He's half ours.
fuck you. He's black, motherfucker. Don't even try that shit.
Don't like for the
Ain't the
last,
black blood. He's a nigger. Don't even try it, man.
for the
Don't try to pull back. Yeah, give us half of him. He's black.
for the last at least 40 years of the world, the most famous people in the world, the most talented people in the world have been black.
Yeah.
They've held the position for Michael Jackson. Oprah Winfrey's the richest woman ever, not just the richest black woman, the richest woman ever, richer than the Queen. You got Tiger Woods, you got Obama, you had Michael Jordan. I can't think of
We
a
got
white
flavor. All the
person.
Fighters, every fighter.
Every box, Muhammad Ali, the most famous people in the last 40 years have all been black at the top of their field.
I know, but I don't understand your point.
Yeah. No, I'm
There
just
was no point.
I'm just saying that I feel you're quite well represented in.
I never made an argument. We won. We got a black president. We're one. And fucking white people was. It was so funny when Barack was running. They would make. It was white folks that tried to make black people not feel good about just being black. Like they would come up to me and argue like, "So Donnell, you mean to tell me you're going to vote for Barack Obama just because he's black. And my response would be like, hell yeah, that's the only fucking reason I need. And they'd be like, what is he good at? Basketball.
Are
Fuck
you,
it. I
are
don't
you
give a
happy
fuck.
with the job he's done?
Huh? Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. The whole world was formed. Like they even marched in Germany for Barack Obama, like when he was running for office. And
in Britain they loved him.
I was watching that when they were marching for him in Germany. I was thinking they're not doing that because they like Barack Obama. They're doing that kind of like I would like to see a Jew become like Chancellor of Germany. Like it would just be kind of funny.
Why would that bother you, Eddie?
But that's the whole...
What would bother me?
The Jew in Germany.
No, I would love it. I would love to see a Jew become.
Stop
Chancellor.
winking at me. Why are you winking at me?
No, I would love to see that. I think that would be really funny to have a Jewish guy become Chancellor of Germany. And I think that's how the whole world kind of saw it. Like,
Are you saying that it's ironic? Or something?
what's that?
Are you saying that it's
You're
ironic
Armenian.
that
You don't
President
count. You're the most
Yeah.
racist of all the people.
have
Armenians
every
are
reason
so
to be.
Don't you
racist.
guys kill your own people?
No.
Do you like black people?
Mexicans?
Do Armenians like Armenian
My
chicks?
parents don't, but I do.
They don't like
don't?
anyone.
She likes
seriously,
anyone who
seriously?
sits in the chair.
My mom is really was really sheltered. She didn't see a black person until she came to the States, and she grew up in communist Armenia.
So it wasn't
So-
all bad there.
I've been watching.
So it was like it's a cultural difference. Still, it's through ignorance.
I was.
We could change
But
that.
but
Yeah, but
yeah.
ignorance is racism, though. You can't just say, "Oh, we're not racist. We're just ignorant." Fuck off.
Well, it's like a
The answer is
precursor to
yes,
it.
we are racist.
I'm not. I mean,
No, but we're not.
Kim
We are.
Kardashian
People
is
are, but it's
fucking
only
black
because.
chicks too. She's
I've been watching a
Armenian.
lot of gang wars lately on TV. Did you ever watch that show, Gang Wars?
I love that
and
show.
They're talking about how all the Mexican gangs are running the blacks out of L.A. Like they've come in and they're just vicious, and when they go to they will go to prison to get into prison to fuck somebody up in prison, and they've just tried to move them out of all the neighborhoods.
So they'll get a charge just to go find some...
fuck her in jail, and so they've just taken over all the neighborhoods
That's
in
not
LA.
what happens on Breaking Bad at all.
Well, so I'm at my show at the Ice House last week, and after the show there was a big fight outside where some chick didn't want to pay her bill, or she was pissed off because it took so long. She punched the waitress. She goes outside. This dude is going to fight.
Wait a minute,
one
you
of-
just glossed over that. She punched the waitress.
Here's what happened. There was a Mexican group at the show that was mad about their service. They weren't getting good enough service. So they started arguing with their waitress. The waitress argued back, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. The Mexican girl punches the waitress. So
What nationality was the waitress?
waitress was white.
Oh.
Black
With big tits?
black
Yeah,
waiter.
well, she had big tits.
Yeah, she did. Black waiter comes out going, what the fuck's going on, blah, blah, blah. Mexican guy's mouthing off to him. They finally go outside. Black waiter's like,
This is the worst Benetton commercial ever.
Black guy goes, I'll kick the shit out of you. Let's go. And the Mexican dude's kind of walking up to him, but you can tell the Mexican guy doesn't want to fight, and the black waiter's just gonna kick the shit out of him. Yeah. And the Mexican's kind of like, he's trying not to. And all of a sudden, the Mexican guy's girlfriend runs up and punches the black waiter in the face, and I'm like, you fucking bitch. I wanted to go hit her. I was like, you fucking, because now he didn't know what to do, and he goes, fuck. And the black waiter punched her back.
Whoa.
Then the dude comes in, the Mexican dude comes in, so he's hitting him, and it's going back and forth. So it all gets kind of broken up. And you hear the Mexicans start yelling, we've run you out of your neighborhoods. They're yelling that shit. Everybody's yelling gang signs. And that's when Eddie slinked down the alley and got in my car and got the fuck out of there. And everybody's like, the cop showed up. They're like, did you see anything? I'm like, I didn't see anything. I don't know what happened. Now this can be used as testimony.
Just like a white man.
That was great. That was awesome, Eddie. That was a great story, son. No, it was great, man. That was like one of your best stories ever. You ripped that shit. If they could see the acting that you put into that shit, they didn't get the full effect of that shit.
Jim, I think racism, though, going back to that, is also involves
cock.
action as well.
A lot about action.
Action is in the sense of like speaking
Oh, she can't
negatively
hear you
towards
through the
someone or
earphones.
things like that. My parents don't do that. My mom doesn't go after like black people like, you're fucking.
No. That's no.
Would you?
Just because your mother doesn't go
doesn't fuck.
after
She's, like,
them,
frigid.
that is the most wrong thing I've ever said.
Even watching them
No,
or seeing them.
no.
My mom has.
No.
will
Saying
speak
because
for
there's no action involved with racism doesn't make it not racist.
It's a part
It's
of
like
it.
when you meet a homophobic guy who thinks he's not homophobic because he says this sentence. I have no problems with gay people as long as they don't come near me. Then you have a problem if you can't have a gay person in the same room as you. So your mum's still racist. Just because she doesn't beat black people up doesn't mean she's not racist. Your mum's still racist.
But she likes Obama. She voted for him.
My mom's racist.
We'll give her that. Good. She's like, okay, whatever. She voted for him.
What about your dad? Is your dad a racist?
No, he's not. He's so cool. He was fucking so many bitches when he was younger. He would show me photos like Asians and Jews. And
Your
blacks.
father would show
He
you
was a part-
pictures?
Yeah, like he
He would show you
harem of women.
pictures of women that he'd fucked.
Well, clothed, not naked.
Oh.
Like yes, him with his hair.
Just because you have sex with someone doesn't mean you're not racist.
I was just
He would do
thinking
that
he must have
every
had one of the
morning.
original iPhones. Like, here's a picture of that one. Yeah, of course they're not naked. You couldn't take naked pictures of girls in the old days.
he has photos of naked chicks.
You need to have a black room, like a dark room.
Yeah, because you couldn't send pictures into like Kodak and put in naked photos. People would be like, you'd get.
I remember having like a topless picture of my girlfriend and going into the photo development place and just meeting the guy going, look, you seem like a good guy. What shift do you work again? You know what I mean? Like when will you be back? And that was just like a topless picture. That wasn't even like her shoving anything
My
inside.
dad had pictures of a girl with like her vagina and ass out. I think my dad had his own dark room.
This is
though.
all starting to make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I know. These are images I saw as a kid. Like I would stumble upon. Oh, what are these?
But did your dad ever do the robot in the dark? The robot became the dark.
Then your parents still married?
Yeah,
And how long have they been together for?
like 30 years.
And you think your dad ever cheats on your mum?
I don't know. Maybe he did before, but it's kind of debilitated
Does
now.
your mother look like you?
My mom is gorgeous. She looked like she's
She can't look
65
like
now.
you.
She didn't. I don't. Yeah, she's hotter than me or hotter than I.
I'm
just kidding.
Whatever.
Obvi-
age-wise. She
obviously-
looks like Elizabeth Hurley and Ava Gardner.
Kill.
Somebody
Kill.
back at the door.
Your mother looks like a meanie and Elizabeth Hurley?
Elizabeth Hurley meets Ava Gardner. That
Oh.
was like my mom.
What was your dad?
And a
Ugly as sin?
scientist.
Where did you come from?
My dad has a very big nose as a typical Armenian, but he's an artist, so he would charm women and he would paint them nude, and he was an actor and he did all these like cool things that women love, so they would drool over him and
And
suck
what
his
is- what
cock.
is-
Wait, can you get those pictures?
They would drool all the second.
I could get him, yeah.
I think I'm gonna start
I'd like
painting.
to see them.
I'm gonna
He
start
was
painting.
like fucking Sally Struthers, like back
Your
in the day.
dad fucked Sally
Yes.
Struthers. Why have we never heard this?
Who's
I have a
Who's Sally
photo.
Struthers? Who's Sally Struthers?
Sally
She used to be
Struthers.
big.
She was the one that used to do the commercials to like raise money for all the African children.
Yep, see? My dad's not racist.
Yeah, she was raising money for Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, he was fucking Sally's. He was fucking Sally
By
Struthers
association.
to make it racist.
It's Sally Struthers, right? She
Yep.
was the one.
Yeah.
Was it MASH?
I think she was on MASH too.
Yeah, she was Hot Lips Houlihan.
blonde.
Am I right? No. She was on All in the Family. No. Sally.
She is an
Google
actress.
Sally Struthers. Yeah, fucking Far Side. Where are you? Where's Sally Struthers? I gotta remember who. Oh, geez, your dad fucked Sally Struthers.
Yeah. She wanted to keep fucking him
My
when
dad fucked my
when he got
mom.
married to my mom.
All right, get it over. I got to see a picture of this woman.
Yeah, now we need to see her now.
Yeah, you don't get the
No,
full effect.
see,
Like that-
it's from All in the Family. Get that picture of her from All in the Family.
Yeah,
That-
All
that's
in the
one.
Family. That's
Get
who
rid of
she
that
was.
one.
She wasn't Hot Lips.
I'll
If
bring
you've
the
forgotten how to work a
autographed
computer,
photo.
okay, that one there. No, the one on the
Yeah,
left.
she
that
tried
one.
to feed the black kids.
Yeah,
in
she's the
Africa,
one that
right?
was married to Meathead. Yeah,
Yeah, she's not that good, is she?
still.
She just had a name back
Yeah, but
then.
it's like saying you fucked like Elaine from Seinfeld. She was that famous.
Yeah, to fuck somebody on TV, it's just awesome anyway.
It
man.
changes everything.
Yeah. You girls out
Not
there,
his
you should
career,
try to
but-
fuck someone who's been on TV, even if it's just like one or two specials.
It can't even be. But a porn star can't count either because that's what they
You
do.
can't
They
fuck a chick if you get a lot of. It's not the same like a chick to get a lot of YouTube hits, right?
Yeah.
It's the, yo,
have you ever
You
fucked-
want to fuck me? I've got 3 million hits.
Have you ever fucked a celebrity?
No, I'm trying hard as shit, man.
How she looks like
That's what she looks like now.
That's when your dad.
Oh, yeah.
That's when your dad fucked her.
I could fuck her.
She wouldn't even feel it.
I want to be able to keep it a secret though. They were saying 50 Cent, he smashes all these celebrities and shit.
Well, Chelsea lately
And it's
just
like-
came out and said that she fucked him today on Howard Stern.
Yeah, but
She
didn't
fucked
she?
him like
She was
3 months
dating
ago.
him for a long time.
Oh, well, she talked about the
Dating.
sex.
That's so
I'm sorry.
funny. White people say dating, black people say fucking. So how long you been fuck dating? Fuck dating. Fuck dating. So this is when the black guy's off the show?
Well, a white guy showed up. So.
I know that. With no food, man. It's so fucked up. I guess I'll just robot my way out of here. In closing, I just want to do the robot to get the fuck out of here.
I felt bad about it, but now that it's been such good
No, that's
fodder.
so funny because you stopped. Everybody's like, when you did the fucking robot,
No, you,
I want to
you
say,
said it-
cracker, I ain't did no damn robot.
You said it so earnestly, Jesse, as well.
I really thought it was. I haven't watched it in 4 years. I could have sworn it was Donnell.
Donnell, before you leave, do you still work with Jason Steinberg?
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. I was going to call him because we couldn't find you. You were late for the show.
When?
No stereotype there.
Today?
But yeah, you were supposed to be here at 8.
Yeah, this is one of those addresses where your navigation is like, we don't know where the fuck you're going.
Thank God.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything you want to promote?
No, I mean, watch Guy Code on MTV. It's a hot show.
What's it called?
Guy Code.
That show's really funny.
Are you on that?
Yeah, I mean, it was like for
Yeah.
It premiered like 3 months ago, and it was MTV's biggest premiere. Like we closed out. It was their #1 premiere ever, and then the last season finale, it had like 4 million viewers, and it's like a super hit.
Are you still making money on it?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, if you're not, let's not promote it.
That's
Let's,
really funny.
No, I know how to make my money. I make
funny,
my
and
money
they
through people watching shit, then I go out and get my money. Eddie. All right, you're not the only white person that thinks white. Okay. I just want to give my fans something to appreciate.
What's your Twitter?
Donnell Rollins, DONNEL.
You know what Donnell did to me? I said, hey Donnell, you want to do the show? He said, yeah. I said, give me your email. Let's do it this day. Give me your email. And he sends it to me, and it goes, what'd you say? Real niggers at gmail.com. So I send it to Roy, and I go, here's his email. So then 2 minutes later, I get an email back from him going, you really believe me? He goes, I know you sent an email to that.
Yeah, I know you did.
Did it go?
And somebody
did it go
probably
through?
responded and shit like, fuck you, cracker. I ain't doing no damn robot for you.
No, did it go through? Or did it send back like that?
I'm quite sure it was.
No, my first response back was, really? Guy, before I sent anything, I
No,
was
Eddie
like,
he was like,
really?
can I-
No, what is it?
Eddie was like, can I type that? I'm like, you say it, motherfucker. You can type it.
No, Eddie can't spell that well.
I don't say it that often. Yeah, Donnell, put a plug in.
The DC Improv, February the 23rd through the 26th.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, go to the website, DonnellRollins.com.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
If you don't like it, take it in the face.
You were our second black guest. You were our second black guest ever, and I've got to say, you were our second.
Fuck you, nigga. I'm out of here.